So, after our show on Monday, the big news that happened was Takeoff from the Migos was shot and killed in Houston at like 2:30 in the morning. And I'm not gonna lie, I heard the news, made me really, really sad.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie. Like he was definitely like out of the Migos, he was definitely my favorite. I don't know if I've said that on the show before, but like he was definitely my favorite.
You've told it to me before.
Yeah,
so
I used to talk. I used to debate with my friends about it all the time. Like they know. So when I heard the news, I was like, "Damn," you know what I mean? 28 years old, and then like this is from the news I got. I was just like over a dice game. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, "Sheesh." And then when all the details and stuff came out, it made me even more sad. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't even in the dice game. It was a stray bullet. You know what I'm saying? That took him out or something like that. Like it was just even worse. And just me understanding, like like Quavo's his uncle, that's his family. He watched that happen. It's just so much that bothered me. You know what I'm saying?
Process,
There's so
yes.
much that it just really, really bothered me. And I put this on Twitter. I said I hate when like a story is over, and not because you want it to be over, because like it's just over now. You know what I'm saying? So the Migos, as a group, they're done. That story is over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a trio, that story is over.
Yes.
And it's like there's no way that all three of them get back. It's just
It's like you can't put the Beatles back together without John Lennon. It's
right.
a really weird,
Yeah, I was just like, damn, right? You
it's
know
a
what I
really
mean?
weird thing.
And the fact that he was 28, and anytime like death comes like that, just so sudden, it's just very sad. And then yeah, so that was
Did
my.
he have any children?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Makes it like it's over.
So he didn't even get a chance to live.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that was my initial thoughts, and then as that happened on Tuesday. So we had Tuesday, Wednesday for for more information to come out for us to speak on it today. And a lot of information, a lot of people say they was there. They having like their own like first-hand accounts of what happened and things like that. So the details are really still murky. Not that it's not weird though.
Okay. Yeah.
Not that it's not very weird. So I want to send my deepest condolences out to his family.
Absolutely.
Before we even say anything else, deepest condolences out to his family. Super sad story. Definitely one of my favorites. I thought I always thought he was the best one because he was always the anchor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone have their roles.
He was the anchor. Like he was just bringing home every single time to me. But it was weird.
Yeah.
Very, very weird. And I don't even want to go into that deep because
I will.
Okay. I'm just saying. No, I'm just talking about just timing wise. But it's like again, the elephant is there.
Yeah.
It's taking up space. It is there.
And I told you the elephant is now had babies.
Yeah, it's there, and I can't. You know what I'm saying? So like, I will not act like it ain't there.
Yeah.
I mean, so go ahead, and I'll chime in to
as we go. Yeah. Deepest condolences again to his family. What's going on? But as a celebrity or somebody of that nature, when we get this kind of news, the people were showing his body, all the little weird, gruesome Halloween ghoul type of moments and stuff. But Malcolm, one thing I always ask you is, how did we get here? And I'm always asking my audience, how did we get here? And I mean that in the literal and the figurative sense of the word. When you arrive somewhere, whether it's through your consciousness or your physical being, did you arrive on your own accord?
Yeah.
Or were you led somewhere, wound up somewhere that just so happens to make this thing weird?
Yeah.
All right, he winds up in Houston. His name is Takeoff. His solo album is The Last Rocket. SpaceX released the rocket that day or the next day, and the goddamn Houston Astros are in the World Series. That's just weird shit.
And the day before the 4-year anniversary of that album.
And the 4-year anniversary of that album, he dies on 111-222, which makes it 333. This whole thing, from a numerical level, is just weird. I try my best to go down the middle dice game. What happens in dice game? Especially when you're from that neighborhood. all of them dudes playing dice
Yes.
are gonna get you.
We're going to talk about that too, but go ahead.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But how did we get here? So what I want people to understand is just because something is happening in the public's eye does not mean it wasn't a hit. It does not necessarily discount the fact that it could be a hit, since the only one who really got hit was Old Boy. 2 other people were shot, a girl in the leg and this and that. I watched the TMZ tape 40 times.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it.
It was a lot of shots. Either these can't shoot or somebody in there was a sharpshooter. Only one person gets knocked off. You know they under contract dispute. They're owned by 3 different labels, Motown,
I didn't know that.
QVC, or whatever the hell that
QC,
shit,
yeah.
QC and some other stuff. There's a lot to peel back. Who was initiating this? And I'm not suggesting that, but I'm trying to tell you, how did Dr. King get upstairs on that balcony when his room is always downstairs around the corner, inconspicuously out of the way? How did Tupac's bodyguards get talked into not carrying weapons on the night he got killed? How did we get here? How the f did Biggie wind up in LA, the one place he should never be, in the midst of an East-West Coast war? How did we get here? These scenes have to be set to a certain degree for these things to happen. You know what I mean? Who was the agitator? Quavo, right? And I'm not suggesting that he had his nephew knocked off, but the chances that all of those things that I mentioned line up like that means that either it was his time to go, right? Or me understanding how ritual sacrifice works. See, if you're not armed with that information, you may just go straight down, yeah, man, dice game, man. And then the girl initially comes out on Stormy Monroe's podcast and says, I was there. This wasn't over no dice game that happened in the 9th Ward or the 5th Ward. And I just came from the police department, which once you come from the police department, you know what they tell you? Shut the fuck up. Because now you're tainting our case. Then she gonna say, I gotta be careful because I know the Prince family.
And then they said, thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley, because she didn't disguise her goddamn voice or nothing. Was weird. So it almost seemed like it was preemptive. Like, you know, you tried to confuse, and we have to keep all of these things into perspective.
So, and this is what I'll say as well. Because after this happened, again, like, weird, right? But then you said this, you spoke on this in the pre-show. It's just like, it's anybody else who's just getting the information like random, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not as like, you know, when you guys were coming up, you had to like really put these, people were just putting it together, like, yo, that video that just came out with him and Takeoff, because they just put out, or him and Quavo, they just put out an album a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
That video, they put out a video for the song Messy that's on the album.
Yes.
Weird imagery, right?
Weird imagery.
Right? Quavo has a gun contract. He's talking about that. Takeoff's off to the side. He's watching. It's a dice game or a card game. They start fighting.
You see the Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper is next to him. Weird stuff.
And then his final tweet is "Stop breathing."
The song he posted on the story.
Yeah, the song he posted on the story.
It's eerie stuff, and
it's eerie at best.
I had people who don't care about conspiracies, who don't sending this to me like, yo,
this is just a little. This is just a little weird.
Odd.
Just a little odd.
Eerie. Yeah.
Eerie.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way I couldn't find.
Hey, what's up? If you like what you just saw and you want to see the full, uncut, raw, uncensored podcast, hit the link below. It's only $5 a month or $50 for the entire year. Get all of the content. Get Black Dot in his rawest form. Get a bunch of exclusive content never before seen by anybody else, and you can only be a member to see it.
Become a member now. Click the link below.